Come on. No one can seriously think that was their intention. Our housekeeping crew were dressed as snow cones.
This has left a bit of a sour taste. So, yeah, no, we won't be back.
So for today's topic, what in the P&O is going on here? There is a video that's making its way around the cruise space and going pretty viral, as many are calling it upsetting, racist, and extremely offensive. Now, this event that I'm going to show you the video clip of here in a second took place during Christmas time in December of 2024. However, it's starting to now circulate, and we're going to watch the video quickly and talk about it.
Marching out after Santa, dressed head to toe in white and pointed hoods. Whoa! Passengers were left gobsmacked when staff appeared to come dressed as the Ku Klux Klan on board P&O's Christmas cruise from Melbourne to Hobart.
Everyone just stopped and just looked. I actually felt sick as soon as I saw it, and my husband said, grab the camera because no one will believe us.
Come on. No one can seriously think that was their intention. Our housekeeping crew were dressed as snow cones.
The group had reportedly refashioned their cleaning uniforms for the family-friendly event.
Our crew are from different cultures all over the world. They're young and they had just never heard of that organisation or what their outfits could symbolise.
They were ushered away and told to change.
There was nothing from management in regards of, look, we want to apologise, how we look, how they're represented.
One passenger emailed and called P&O after the cruise in December, but only heard back yesterday after the video appeared in the media. They say the company was trying to sweep it under the rug. Today, the cruise liner offered a sincere apology for the distress caused.
I just want them as a company to be educated. This has left a bit of a sour taste. So, yeah, no, we won't be back.
Okay, so that was a interesting clip. Now, I am going to look at this in a general sense as well as a former entertainer on board cruise ships, because I do believe in that department, somebody most definitely dropped the ball. Now, this situation did take place on P&O's Pacific Explorer. Now, if you've never heard of P&O, they have P&O Australia and then they have P&O located over in the United Kingdom. However, it all falls under the Carnival Corporation umbrella. As you heard in the video, they were doing a Christmas cruise, 8 days starting from December 19th onward. And well, at some point, somebody thought it was a genius idea to have these crew members dress up in these outfits and walk along the pool deck. Of course, as you could imagine, the spectators of the event taking place on the pool deck weren't really happy with the visuals that they were seeing, and thankfully the crew members were then rushed off. Now, I do want to quickly address the cruise ship in the room here. I do not believe that P&O intentionally was trying to have these outfits look like it was from the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK. However, being a former entertainer, I gotta tell you, I do understand that there may be some slip-ups in the entertainment realm every now and then with some bad choices, but this, of all things, especially considering when it comes to the cruise ship space, these companies are international companies. Do I think they need to know about every single culture on Earth? No. However, you would think that somebody would have watched Django or maybe Roots or has done some study of American culture and history to understand that maybe this is not the best route to go down. What does blow me away a little bit about all of this is the selection of costumes that they chose. Apparently, the people that a lot of guests that were there are stating that these crew members were allegedly similar to KKK or Ku Klux Klan outfits, were supposed to be dressed as snow cones. So you were supposed to have Santa Claus being followed closely by snow cones. I don't understand. P&O is a multi-billion-dollar company. I would assume so. Why not just go the traditional route? You have the money, you have the budget for it. What about Santa and Mrs. Claus? What about Santa and the elves? What about Santa and the reindeers? You may not need Rudolph. Maybe you don't have the budget for the glowing nose, but nevertheless, there were better options that would have been better suited for this situation. And I also do want to make it clear, I personally don't think that the United States is the focal point of the entire world. So naturally, you can't expect everybody on Earth to know or understand what the KKK is. But again, again, there's so many references to it in so many movies and TV shows. Somebody had to have looked at that, or should have, because somebody definitely dropped the ball. Somebody should have said, hey, maybe this is not the best route to go down and we should change it up and do something else, or just axe the whole event altogether. One thing that does have a lot of people understandably in an uproar is that it does appear that P&O Australia did indeed try to sweep this situation under the rug, ban it to the shadow realm, never to be seen again. That was at least until the video started to resurface here in 2025. To that point, we had P&O make a statement that does read, they were only in public view for a short time before management acted quickly and had them remove the costumes. The crew members were horrified and extremely apologetic when they learned of the distress their outfits could cause. We sincerely apologize for any offense this caused passengers and the broader community. Now, in my personal opinion, while it is somewhat commendable that P&O eventually did make a statement, of course, after the video started to surface and they couldn't cover it up anymore, I do believe that this situation could have been avoided and obviously shouldn't have happened. As somebody that has been an entertainer both at theme parks, working at SeaWorld, Busch Gardens here in Tampa, working on cruise ships, working for the Harlem Globetrotters, whenever we have rehearsals, it doesn't matter if the show or event is big or small. We run that same show again and again, not only to perfect it, that way we can give the audience the best experience possible, but also the people in charge can use that time to, of course, point out anything that doesn't quite look right. Again, I do understand that there are going to be some people out there that have no idea what the Ku Klux Klan is. Completely understandable, but you're going to tell me that nobody saw it? Either that or they just didn't practice any of this. They just kind of let it go down without any rehearsals, without checking and verifying to make sure that this would ensure guest satisfaction. And now you are in this conundrum that you're dealing with now. I have sailed with P&O over in the UK, and I do gotta tell you, it wasn't a horrible cruise, but there were a lot of things that didn't seem too organized. I'm not trying to put the entire line down. However, I do believe when you look at this situation, it's based off of my experience, there are some things that do need to be vetted and practiced and, of course, taken a closer look at. I also do believe that an international cruise company like P&O does need to make sure that they are at least somewhat knowledgeable to the best of their ability on what things are culturally and around the world, because you could have guests that could be offended by things. There are going to be some slip-ups every now and then because nobody on earth knows everything about everything. For example, when I worked for Virgin Voyages in breakdancing, we have a move called the Indian step, and somebody said it might be offensive to somebody that is actually from India, so we just changed it to the side step. I only know it from the street slang that we use. However, I did completely understand that somebody might be offended and they don't come from the street dance world like I do. But do keep in mind, all of these conversations and talks and corrections happened during rehearsals and practice in Orlando, not on the ship and in a conversation where the spectators and the public were. All I'm saying is that, yes, they made a boo-boo. Should they be crucified and burned at the stake? Absolutely not. But this situation shouldn't have happened. And of course, the criticism is going to be understandable. But of course, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Of course, hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as usual, I love and appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you later. Take it easy.